want to ask you something. I want to tie this in. It's off topic. I'll bring it back in. What's it like to win a Grammy? And with that experience, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff behind it than just getting an award saying, hey, you've won a Grammy. What does that experience do to you as far as a vision helping Jushi?
The thing is, so I always do these art projects, right? So, and we do records like in my rock and roll environment. I'm with certain bands, and I'm working with certain bands like the Arctic Monkeys, the Queens of the Stone Age, the Foo Fighters. So we're like a tribe. We're collaborating. I'm doing the visuals, and we always come up with projects. And the Desert Sessions, which I won the Grammy for, was really an art project. Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age does every 5 years. When he's feeling it, then he goes in the desert and he invites a lot of artists, and then including me, I'm doing the visuals, and we do stuff, and it ends up in a record. And so nobody was you don't do stuff to win things, you just do your best and give the best it can be, make this record the best it can be, have creative ideas and work together with lots of great creative people and make something. And I didn't, when we won the Grammy for it, I didn't even know it was submitted. I didn't even know that there's actually a category for packaging.
That's when you know you love something, right?
I know. It's like
you do, right?
So I found this out on a journey. But we were looking at dispensaries in Chicago. I look at my Instagram, and it's like Desert Sessions just won the Grammy for best artwork, photography, and package.
Oh, come on. What was like? You're in Chicago. Where are you? What are you doing when you see that? Are you in the back?
I was having sushi at the Nobu Hotel. That was incredible. Like, oh, great! And I couldn't even believe it, to be honest. It was such a, because obviously Grammy you win for music normally, so that was it's an interesting category. And for me, of course, and for Jushi, it's a lovely category because obviously packaging and photography, that's a good one. It's not music, right? So it's very relevant for what we do here. So it helps, like awards always help, and it's an honor, of course, and hope we win much more of them.
It's great. Well, congrats. One last thing I wanted to ask you, and I know you said, let's focus on the stories first. The branding will come later in the entertainment side. When we look at the top 25 brands in America, the list is filled with celebrity brands such as Marley Natural, Willie's Reserve, Leafs by Snoop, and more. Yeah. Different strategies and methods can be used to create a popular brand. So saying all this, when the timing is right, and I talk about your background and the people that you've associated yourself with, is Jushi going to go in the celebrity route and a proven way? Is it a proven way to, I guess, build brand equity?
So that's a super. I love that question, because obviously I have done this before. I've worked in the specific. I just take one industry I've been focusing on is the fragrance industry. So I've been working with Procter & Gamble and with like big fragrance chain companies. With celebrity advertising. We did like fragrances for Naomi Campbell to Sean Connery to like Priscilla Presley, and like for years. And so it's selling an emotion. So why you use celebrity to say it's selling an emotion? It's nothing you can grab. So it's a little bit similar to weed actually, because it's an emotion as well, and so many things more. But I think so. Everybody has the access, and the celebrity wants to do it. We know that. There's people who want to have brands, and you just have to find the right partner who is really in it for something real. That means like not just okay, I want to have a brand and I'm throwing it out there. So we will never do something which is not real. It has to be based on friendship, a real relationship. Like with Colin, I said Colin is a brother, he's a friend. We're doing this collaboration with his fashion brand, and that's real. It's not like something we planned or like we need to find a partner for a fashion brand. It just shows up, and then you see it. And if you see it and you take it and you execute it, then you have something great, and nobody can copy that. I think you have to really, really wait for the right opportunity to show up. You cannot close off, but you can see the examples you just mentioned, like Marley and all that. It's interesting. It's one thing goes wrong. Bob Marley has built like his legacy. He's on music. I mean, of course, nobody can destroy Bob Marley. But what can destroy a weed brand very quickly if you don't have good weed? If something goes wrong, somebody says the wrong thing. So those celebrities as well, they cannot risk their whole work
Well, you
Their
see it
life.
this week. Seth Rogen severed ties with Canopy. Why? Because, Canopy, there's been, some feedback is that it may not be the best quality product that's actually being produced. But a lot of these, names
Exactly.
that are being associated, they're disassociating themselves. And it's actually probably not a bad idea or a bad move for him to do something like that.
People cannot make the mistake to just, I mean, there's so much. I've been there before. If there's smaller companies or like companies where I have like some people work there who like fascinated, it's like starstruck, and they, oh my God, I can work with this
Yes.
person. Then they
Yeah.
forget everything. That's for me as a photographer.
Yeah.
The only reason why I'm a good rock photographer is because I'm not a rock fan, I can say, because I'm not fanboying out when I meet Iggy Pop, right? I'm respecting him as an artist, but I'm not necessarily an Iggy Pop fan and have all his albums. I love him, but I see him as okay, we're working together now, and this is what people appreciate. Like I'm here, I'm the artist, he's the artist, and we work together. So this is how you have to see it. If something makes sense, we will do it, but we not do it for like, okay, it was so great, we're now working with this.
Lead with the heart, not the ego, right?
Exactly. And this has to be really a good relationship. I don't have to pay anyone for an Instagram post or something. Plus, Chad, in the markets, imagine, why would we even do it? You in Virginia, we do our own brands. We don't have to work. We're creating basically an own environment for our customers. We don't need any partner for that. But it doesn't say we don't want it. We would do it if we both benefit from it. Like we both have like, oh, this is a good thing to do, guys. So let's do it together. And that's how you do it.
Well, you just got done saying like someone like Colin Hanks. How did you guys meet? Why does it make sense to like sell handkerchiefs, which is an incredible like name, very, very cool. Why does that make sense? What's the environment that you're trying to build within your actual dispensary? And why did it make sense to do work with Colin?
Yeah, so Colin and I worked together for a while. So Colin's a big rock fan. So we're always meeting, as I said, the tribe in LA, like we're meeting when we're meeting like in concerts and like in dinners and stuff with our friends. So we have the mutual friends with all those rock bands. And we were working together before. Colin is actually the only ever director I was DPing for. So I filmed a video for him. I was his director of photography for his Mini Mentions video, for example. So which I never do. I always direct myself and film myself. So we've been working together, and he's such an amazing man and friend. So when I got in COVID, I got into Jushi, and we built out this whole thing. And then at some point you think these stores are so great. The next thing is now we got to put in some stuff which is not only like bongs or like rolling plates or stuff. You have to find some other products, because these are stores where people go, they enjoy them. It's like any other store. I always compare a little bit Fred Siegel. I'm a big fan of Fred Siegel and like how they're featuring new brands who are not gone mainstream yet, etc. So why not doing this in the cannabis store where there's and finding products which fit in the environment, but not necessarily the cannabis products. So this is where I started talking with Colin, and Colin, wow, you got your Chiefs, how they doing? He says, great. I mean, like we're only online. Have you ever been in a store? No. Like, why don't we put it in our stores? Like, oh, it sounds like a good idea. And this shows up. It's not like I've been looking for it. It's just, you have to see it when it's there, and then you have to do it if it works and if everybody's happy with it. So it benefits him, it benefits us. We get some great vibes in the store, and he's happy he's in his first store. And it's not the usual he going to Nordstrom and sells out. It's like a boutique thing. It's like cool. Mm-hmm. So it fits the product. So it fits the brand. It's a great story. So that's it. And
a story behind the story. Yeah, it's a story behind the story and anything that you're trying to build as far as an environment.
It's real. It's real. Like one thing I always say, if it's real, you can feel it. And that's funny. If Bono told me that when Bono was on the board of my one of my internet companies in Silicon Valley, so I had the pleasure to meet him. One of the great things that, Andreas, if it's real, you can feel it.
Yes.
And that's stuck in my mind always when I see. So we only can do real stuff. So that comes back to your celebrity question. I mean, like, you don't just buy a celebrity and then pay him for the Instagram post. That doesn't work. People see right through it. Specifically those new generations, right, who like see every inch and every pixel on the screen. They all day on the phone, and they see immediately when something is not right.
I know,
or not original.
So the idea, I guess, you want to bring home, obviously, with investors and obviously consumers, with the Jushi brand, the Beyond Hello brand. Let's focus on storytelling first, and then we focus on everything else afterwards, as far as managing expectations with this industry. If so, like, where do you see that happening? Like, as we start to develop, do we focus on the storytelling over the next, say, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years? What are you thinking timeline wise?
But storytelling is always, when you say story, it's always present. You in this industry, you have to reinvent yourself every freaking month. You know, like, it's not like, I mean, you saw COVID as well. COVID has changed everything. It changed everything.
Hey, I was downtown working a big media building. Now I can love this. I got people all over the world. Andreas, you know, let's get together this afternoon. Let's do an interview riding a bike along the ocean, right? And
we're just hopping from room to room in a digital world. But the thing is, so this ever changed. I think COVID has changed a lot and has in a way speeded up this whole world of consumption, right? People get much more used to like the delivery and like the ease of it, and they don't really necessarily want to go anywhere anymore. From offices to stores, they don't want to go in the store maybe anymore. They want to have their stuff. So you have to, from a store, you have to always reinvent yourself. You know, we have so much like retail buildings lined out. Imagine what a challenge it is. How can we change this whole oil tanker who like builds like 15, 20 more dispensaries like over the next like 12 months to like the new model. So we constantly have to research. We constantly have to be in touch with it.
You got to make it a destination, right?
Exactly. But as well, like destination, which people will like in 1 year. And it's not like you're building something which then is, okay, that's not working anymore. Now you have to change everything and not waste all your money, your good money you have raised. And you know how difficult it is to raise money in the sector yet.
Yes.
Because people don't understand it yet. So that is the ever changing storyline.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
So it sounds like you guys are prepared. Listen, this has been a great conversation. Love having you on.
Thank you.
Your next opportunity after Jushi, mine after the Dales report, we may have to work with each other the way this is going.
As well, while we're always in motion, and we love to collaborate.
This is great.
That's the great thing about Jushi as well. So we're ready for action. You know.
It's great. Listen, I know you're busy, but appreciate your time. Let's keep in touch and all the best.
Appreciate it as well. Thank you so much, Chad. It was exciting.